And here we go. I think we're live. There's really no way to tell. Hopefully I'm not talking to myself. Welcome back, fam. Today is the last ghetto stream of the move. On Friday, I'll have everything back operational. It'll be good. So bear with us today. I'm glad 55 of you turned out before the live even started. Again, I don't even actually know if it started. It's not saying it started. There we go. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. On Monday, we did a little streamy dreamy. Things were spooky. They were very spooky, but we held strong. Things aren't looking so bad. We were speculating that the daily low, or at least the local low, was in, and I think it was. I don't think we've gone any lower. We're going to check into that now. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at some of the major caps. We're going to see what's bouncing, what's still eating it. And we're going to decide, is the crash over? Or is it just beginning? So tune in, hit that like button, subscribe, share out the stream, join the Discord. You guys know the jam. Let's get into some corn and then I'll get to the chat. So in front of us is the weekly chart. And it's starting to look like a previous time in Bitcoin history that we're going to take a peek at. But let's go over what's happened so far. Our descending trend line, visible on the week, on the day, on whatever time frame you want, has been tapped now. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 hits to our bottom trend. Our top trend kind of still remains a mystery. We can draw it like this if we want. I don't think it's very valuable, at least at the moment. But our fourth hit here rhymes with the past, with the time that a lot of you probably remember. And we're going to take a look. And I'm just kind of stalling as everybody finds their way in. So 49.1, I will admit, I'm always the first one to admit, this wasn't on my radar. But now it is. 49.1, holding as support. Looking back, a very important time in Bitcoin history this year mirrored that level. This was the ETF FOMO pump hype, whatever you want to call it. Everyone thought dreams were about to come true. And unfortunately, they didn't. Bitcoin sold off, took a few more months to warm up, and finally broke all-time highs in March. And now, revisiting that previous resistance as support. So is the bottom in? I know the title, the thumbnail, it's a little clickbaity. I don't have the answer. I wish I did. I wish I knew the future. If you have a crystal ball, ship it to me. I'll use it live. But in my opinion, I believe at least for this week, the low is in. I believe we see some kind of retracement or rally back to, I'll say conservatively, I expect the week candle, which opened, I believe, 51. Let's put it on there. 58. Ah, man, I'm out of it. 58.1. Close enough. I believe we will see this week flip green at some point. Will it close green? I'm not decided yet. We're still pretty early in this week. Still have 4 days of trading. But I do expect to see at least the shorts or late shorts be punished by price swing up to 58.1. I honestly think we move higher, if not even to the top of our channel again in the 60s, but we'll take it one day at a time here. We don't do FOMO, FUD, clickbait. Not deceptive clickbait, but we want your clicks. I'm liking this low. How do you guys feel about it? We have a little poll going. Is the bottom in? I want your honest opinions. Don't hold back. Nobody will know what you answered. Just give that a little click, double check, make sure you've hit that like button as well. But I'm liking that perfect hit. So let's look a little bit closer here. And then we're going to go and we're going to look at that spicy price action from a previous time. I know I'm holding you all in suspense with this. Interesting. So 49.1, not really a number that people were talking about. People were talking about 50K. They were talking about, let's say, back in February, 52. People were talking about lower, maybe 38, maybe even more than that. But 49.1 kind of taken people by surprise here. I like this as at least an interim low. Now, today's candle and yesterday's closed green. Today's still working on it, but currently green, showing us some kind of bounce, but it's really just not as energetic as I had hoped. That may suggest that we see a retest of our bottom trend, hopefully a higher low, maybe even just moving back to yesterday's day open at 40 or 54.1. Wouldn't be a bad way to sweep some late longers here. But I'm liking that. I'm liking what was resistance from the ETF, major volume. If we throw the volume on this chart, it may not be reflective of total volume. We had this discussion, I think, on Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Oh, but it's still rocking. One of the largest daily volume candles. And in fact, looking to the left, only the 5th of March, all the way back here, will eclipse that volume, I think, in this entire year. That's pretty big. That's actually kind of bullish. I like that. You have to look all the way left, all the way back to November of 22 to get higher volume than anything we've seen this year. We looked at volatility for Bitcoin. We saw a huge expansive move. Volatility moved up 250% on that day. Typically signals at least an interim low or an interim high, a reversal. VIX did some crazy moves. VIX has settled back down. But the whole kind of gist of what we talked about was that this was a global market sell-off. This was not crypto. This was not stocks. The dollar took a hit. I noticed that after the live stream. For those of you who joined us in the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown, after the live on Wednesday, we had a nice little brews and bowls night, and we were chatting it up for hours. We had some good discussions on this. And I'll shout out Jess. Jess pointed this out, and I was sitting wondering, where did capital rotate to? Stocks down, crypto down, gold down, everything down. Where did the money go? We look at the JPY against the dollar, and we saw some very expansive growth starting from mid-July, roughly to the exact bottom on Monday. 14%, that's a lot for the JPY. This is a forex pair. That has settled back down, and I believe that was off of the BOJ, and I'm just getting warmed back up. I'm just getting back in markets, guys. My brain's been off from the move and stuff. I believe the BOJ increased interest rates last week, and then, correct me if I'm wrong, they might have walked that back already. I saw some kind of news article about it, but I didn't have time to really go in depth. So do your own research on that. Please don't take my word for it. But that gave us a pretty interesting and unexpected kind of answer to where the capital was rotating to. And I might have closed my Nixie chart like a scrub. Let me pop this open. And then we're going to go to the spicy before times on Bitcoin. We're going to look at what this looks like. Yes, the dollar. The dollar also dumped on Monday, hit its low, now recovering as well. It does seem like the entire market globally had a little bit of panic. I was hearing people say Black Swan, but guys, what was the Black Swan event? Did you see anything? What was the Black Swan? What was the big, unpredictable, crazy event that happened? I didn't see one. Maybe there was. All right, enough stalling. We've got enough people here. Got about 200, 300 live viewers. It's not that spicy of a day, so those aren't bad. I'm digging those numbers. If you could, we're about to get into the meat and potatoes. Just double check, make sure you've liked the stream, subscribed to the stream, shared the stream out. If you got socials you can share on, hype it up. Let's get some engagement going, and hopefully the rest of the viewers will find their way here. So without further ado, let's go back. Let's go back to a time much, much scarier than Monday. I know a lot of people were freaked out Monday, but this previous time, 100x more scary. In fact, looking at fear and greed, Monday we hit a number I don't think we've hit in a very long time. 17, or extreme fear. Today, recovering a little bit in just normal fear. But that fear rating has not been beaten, let's see, for a very long time. I could have sworn there was a time back here in September 23. I'm a year behind. There we go. Back here. All the way. September 2021. We got a 20 rating. I thought there was one closer to 17. I don't know. I won't waste too much time on this. I just had a little ADD thought. All the way back to June, we have some 10 readings. But to kind of just put this whole thing in perspective, one of the scariest times, according to the Fear and Greed Index. And I'm sure if you're a new investor, it was the scariest time for you. But there was a time much scarier than whatever that metric has. And it looks, or is looking, quite a bit like what we're seeing now. Now, I'm going to show you this. Don't freak out. Take a breath. March of 2020. It does look similarly to now. But I will kind of preface this with, if this is true, if this is real, if this is a fractal, if this is a mirror of that time, the good news is the pain could be over. Seems too good to be true. I agree. But there are some shocking similarities. A lot of people, myself included, coming into 2023 were looking for almost this exact price action. We talked about it a lot. We said this is very realistic to see a strong rally and then a big old nuke down before the real bull run starts. That didn't really happen, though. We got an all-time high before halving, and I can't in good faith say that these are equal. They aren't equal events, but they do have some similarities. So let's take a look at that today. From the high in June, so really not even that far off, March, June, from the high this year, we had one, we'll call it 2, 3, and then 4 touches to this descending trend line. The 4th touch was the Black Swan nuke of 2020, where globally markets crashed, and we saw Bitcoin fall almost back to its previous bear market bottom. Time a little different, obviously nowhere near 15K, but the similarities are enough to look at. So 1, we'll call it 2, 3, it depends on how you place this trend, but essentially 4 hits to the bottom and the final hit piercing the trend line, closing above, and then beginning its march back to all-time highs. So let's go back to today and let's see. It's pretty similar. It's very similar. In fact, it's eerily similar. It's just not quite as dramatic. 1, 2, 3 touches. Our 4th touch came in, pierced the low trend, and started to close above. There are undeniable similarities between these two pieces of market structure. That bottom trend with 4 touches and the final capitulation-y scary trend touch at the 4th is enough for me to pay attention. The good news is that if it is the same, then the low's in. I think that it's too early to say that. I don't want to steer you guys wrong or say something that I don't truly believe. But if you believe they are the same, then the low very much could be in. Sentiment was shook. Fear and greed went to the lowest reading in many years since 2020. I couldn't find the exact measurement, but it spooked people. And if you guys have been watching this channel, shout out to you. If you've been watching this channel for the last year, 2 years, even farther, kudos. But even for the last 2 years, on the way up, we've had one major objection that really I didn't hear people talk about. Eventually we did. But the objection is everyone was bullish. Like, people were very bearish, I will say, until November of 2023 when we started moving up faster. But even then, we had many influencers who were bullish with us. We've been streaming live 5 years on this channel, which means we've been through the previous bear market into the bull market. And if you were here all the way back here, you are a Chad, you are a G. But on this rally up, from March's low into that summer, our fake out to 12, our fake drop to 9, all the way up to the previous all-time high, nobody was bullish. We were virtually the only bullish channel on that rally, on that recovery. Obviously, people got bullish, on the way up to 60K, etc. But on this rally, man, that's been our biggest objection. I said, guys, I'm uncomfortable. I love this price action. I'm uncomfortable. Because what we have experienced and what I know of the bull run is that everyone else should be bearish. We are irresponsibly bullish here, guys. You have to take that with a grain of salt. Like, I'm going to be bullish. I'll tell you when I think price is, short-term, mid-term going down, but I'm always going to be bullish because I have never seen being bearish on Bitcoin be the right decision over time. So that's my logic. But here we go. What percent of people do you think are still bullish or still bull posting? And of course there's some. This space is a lot bigger. There's a lot more opinions in it. But this low, I have seen some very bullish people start to call for lower. And there's something comforting for me in that. It's something we've been waiting for. We've talked about it. And all throughout this, people were still very bullish, thinking, oh, we got higher lows or whatever. We got Wicks. We're going back up. This Wicks seems to have put a serious dent in that sentiment, and it is relieving for me. I like it. I'm going to close this poll. If you didn't vote, is the bottom in? Do you think the bottom's in? Because right now it's pretty split. 28% of us saying bulls are stupid. 23% saying get wrecked bears. And then most of us aren't sure. And I like that. I would not like if everyone was saying bottom's in, let's go. That would make me very uncomfortable. I like that most of us are unsure. That's where I think sentiment should be. It should be unsure with a bias to the bearish side. So I'll give you a second to vote that, manipulate it up, change the results. There we go, getting some polls, getting some votes, and then I'm gonna change it. Nice, we got a lot of viewers now. Let's go. While I got your attention, and while I change the poll up, shout out to our sponsors. And shout them out on Monday. MetaSignals.io. Check them out. The best, in my opinion, algorithmic trading signal program in the game. If you use my link, you can have a 2-week free trial. And in our Discord, we have some of the signals piped in there. So join the Discord, you can get them. LuxAlgo, the #1 indicator company in the whole wide world, coming out with new indicators every single day. You can get a month risk-free trial with my link. Shout out to them. They keep the lights on. They are the best in the biz at what they do. You guys know I do not accept sponsorships from anything but the best. Speaking of which, after this live stream, I have a meeting with Coinbase. Might be onboarding another top-tier company here. We'll see what happens. There we go. Results did not change much. We got about 100 votes in that few minutes. Not a lot changed to the poll. I'm going to close this. We're going to have another poll. I just have to think about what I was going to say. Sentiment. Crypto sentiment. Crypto sentiment. I'm looking for the wording. Basically, are enough, is the majority bearish versus, I don't know, a few months ago? Is crypto sentiment has crypto sentiment turned bearish on this dump? Yes. No. I will do an unsure show results. I feel like you have to have unsure show results on all polls now, or else you just don't get a good feedback because you're forcing people to take a side they might not have. Let's see what it is. Wondering about Coinbase? I'll update you guys in the Discord. I'll update you after the meeting. God, I would love that, man. I love a lot of exchanges like FEMX. Our links are in the video description below. Others, I love them. But as a U.S. channel, and obviously a global channel, but as a channel, I'm in the U.S. I want a partner in the U.S. And I think that's just smart logic. That's just reasoning that we need. So vote in that poll. And that was most of my warm-up. This is the last ghetto stream. I'll come prepared Friday. But you guys came prepared today, so I'm going to see who's here. If you're here in the chat today, put a message in the live chat so I can shout you out while I've been rambling. All Long. What's up, All Long? Welcome. Burl Keller. You subscribed. Justin Venable subscribed. Dustin Venable. Philip Gallus, Mr. Volk. Marcus Breckles. Korean Matthew. Rapid Reader. Nice, Rapid Reader. You can read fast. And I'm sure there'll be many others. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed, join our fam. We just hit 120,000 subscribers on YouTube. Well beyond anything I thought we'd get to. Blown away. And if me rambling isn't enough to subscribe, Professor Beans, it's a rare sighting. Professor Beans sleeping behind me right now. I'm very proud of her. She went down the staircase today for the first time since the move. It's a pretty intimidating staircase. If you didn't see the picture, it's in the Discord. So let me see. You've had your time to put the messages. Alex S., what's up, brother? Good to see you. Alexandra G. The beautiful Alexandra G is here. Bad Baptist, my guy. Carlos S. Coins Chick. Dude, this live chat is full of hotties right now. Let's go. I know Moggy's here. Coca-Cola. How you doing, man? Crimson, Crypto 420, Crypto Independent. Deruv Dabriawal. I cannot pronounce that name, my bad. By the way, if you guys see me doing this, I'm messing with my headphones, the noise cancellation. Foxy Thorny, my guy, I see you. God is here. Sorry, man, I did the vertical, but something happened. It's not going to be there today. I apologize. I know you're going to be devastated. Gasper, how you doing, Gasper? JD, John Foster Crypto, Jose Rin Salazar, JP Yo, Crypto Junkie, King Peasant, Crickleberry 22, Kmart Kid, Quicker, how you doing, Quicker? Lars Larson casting spells in chat, as always. Loading name, Moggy Games on Twitter X. It was good you renamed yourself that. That's why I can always shill you just by saying your name. Mike Volmer, how you doing, brother? Feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Mir Wolfie, MMS, Muzz G, MBK, Name Here, NBF Forum, Nicholas Arena, Nomadic Life, oh no, Y2K, in the chat, One with Nature, Philly Skills, my friend, how are you? Our Trades, Randy Greer, Rising Sun, Rupesh, Sandra, I'm not even going to try that last name, ends with Lady. Oh, the London Lady. I thought that was like a name, a surname. Shrink Tech, how you doing, friend? Stymie, T YT, Terpene Hunter, the Dusty Hunter, the Pickle, my man. How you doing, Pickle? Good morning. It must be early there in the California ways. The Librarian is here to enforce the Dewey Decimal System or whatever. I forget. I'm too old. Tomas Vine, Tony, Cryptozoology, Up and Run, Vi Peoples, 𝐂𝐻𝐿2, Zip, and Monkey. And I'm sure there's others. Here. I'm reading the chat now. What's up, 𝐂𝐻𝐿, Costas, Ruth? How you doing, Ruth? Right back at you, Ruth. You the best, Ruth. I'm not familiar. I don't think I've seen your name here before. Welcome. Maybe you have been though. Oh no, you've been here. My bad. It's been a long 2 weeks, my friend. John Lloyd, the question is it been bearish enough to go higher? It's a good way to word it. I had to do it on the spot. What I like though is, did it turn specifically in this dump? Have you seen bullish people all of a sudden now say we're in a bear market? We're going back down. That was the top. Maybe that. You know what? I'm getting rid of this poll. Thank you for voting. We're doing another one. I have better wording. This is going to scare some of you. Is the Bitcoin cycle high in? There we go. Don't be spooky. There we go. New poll. Is the bull run over? Is the cycle high in? That's the question we need. The more people who believe this, the less likely it is to be true. That's my belief. Kai Wonderland's here. Yo, this live stream is popping. There are so many cuties here. I don't know any other YouTube live stream for crypto can claim they got this many cuties in chat. Shout out to all the women in crypto. We need you. We love you. Please help us make crypto cool. We have us dudes that have been trying to do this for like 14 years. We're not succeeding. We need the women to make it cool. What's up, Free Will? 10-minute looking bullish. We can look at lower time frames. Jamudos. What's up, man? Love you, bro. I love you too. 𝐂𝐻𝐿 is needs the big dump. I don't know if 𝐂𝐻𝐿 has been here. We've gotten a pretty big dump. We're down 30% from the highs. 30%, right? 30. 33%, 1/3, meaning any leverage position open at the top with leverage above 3x. 3x or higher. That hasn't been added to is liquidated. Longs wrecked. It's not a bad way to go. BTBP, favorite strain. Ooh. Hello from Cyprus. Shout out to Cyprus. We're still in a bull market. Costa, I agree with you. Random Stuffs. Is this a TA channel or just podcast? I don't know, man. What do you think? You tell me, Random Stuffs. Scare us. What's up, Doctor? Dr. Crypto. You made the live right on, Quinn. I like this vote. Only 130 votes. We can't get the results yet. Have you seen Tom turning bearish? If I ever turn bearish, boys, all in long. If I'm ever like, guys, I'm really bearish, all in long. That is not, but it is financial advice. Let me see here. Month. There's really no change from Monday's stream. Here's what I'm looking at on the week, though, while I kind of shoot the shit. What are we doing today? Chilling. We're just vibing. We're getting our last ghetto stream in while I set up everything. Here's what I'm looking for on the week. I did say this Monday. I'll go for it again. 55.8. Looking for these weekly candle closes, these candle bodies. That'd be a nice wick. If we can close the week above 55.8, that'd be a good start. You've broken my heart before this pattern. I believe even in the last few months, this has happened and we haven't held, but like that would at least be a good sign. It'd be a decent start to a recovery. Ooh. I didn't look at the Ichi on the weekly here. Ichimoku cloud. This is pretty spicy, actually. Check this out. Fat flat bottom cloud 49.1. That is the ETF wick high. Check this out. We have a cross down above the cloud. This is a bearish signal. It is absolutely a bearish signal. However, in Ichimoku, this is not a very strong bullish or bearish signal. It's actually a very weak bearish signal. When we get a cross down, it is always biased to the down or to the bearish side. However, the position of the candles is more important, I would say, than the cross itself. So because this is a cross down above the cloud, it is a very weak sign, and it's actually one of my favorite setups. When you get kind of an opposing cross to the position of the cloud. And the reason being is because you can only get the bullish cross up after you've gotten the cross down. And let's go back and just look at the last time this happened right here, October 2023. We got a cross up above the cloud, candle above the clouds, cross up, and look what happened. Boop, all the way up, right? Nice and strong. This cross down, if we can hold support, let's say if 49.1 does not get breached, we see price trading above 60K. Let's get a candle close above 60K. We can get that corresponding cross up. And here's the good part is the cross up above the cloud is a very bullish, very strong bullish signal. So I don't want to go yelling about this cross down being a bullish signal because that's not really genuine. It's not really true, but I have seen this setup happen. For instance, even back in October here, we did get the cross down in the cloud, which is a stronger bearish signal. Didn't really go anywhere, but you need that cross down. You can't have a cross up and then a cross up. You need to invert or revert that cross in order to get it again. So this is brand new on this week. I didn't see this. Haven't heard anybody talk about that. I just discovered this in front of you live. Keeping an eye on that. It also kind of begs a question of like, I'm hoping for a recovery this week. I'd love to see this close green. I'd love to see it close up. But if we do, then actually this cross is likely to go away. And then we don't have that opportunity of getting that recross. I'm just kind of spitballing ideas here as I get back into charts after being disconnected for so long. Monthly, no change as to Monday. We are still riding that TK, but it really does drive home the importance of not only that weekly close that we just talked about, it's like 55.8, but on the month here, we want to hold this TK, hold this green line on the monthly. If we lose it, it signals or suggests we're going down to the 𝐒𝐽. 𝐒𝐽 sits at 44.7. So far on the month, Ichimoku Cloud is still saying we are in an uptrend. We are still in a bull run, but it is cutting it real close, really, really close. Go down to the day. Here's a good example of what I was saying. I promise I won't talk about Ichimoku Cloud all day, but here's an example of what I was saying. This is a cross up under the cloud, not a very bullish signal, and it did not play out very bullishly. It did give us some higher highs, but did not sustain. It's not the best example. It's just a recent one. Let's get rid of this. Look at our moving averages here for a tick. Not gonna lie, it's not a comfortable position to be underneath the 200, the 50, the 100, the 20 moving averages, but there is what I call a powerful setup here. Unfortunately, it's to the downside right now, but all those moving averages roughly in the same area. We'll call it the same zone right here. This is a 3% zone, very tight. All of these moving averages being in the same spot suggests or shows us liquidity is resting here. I said that on Monday. I said that liquidity is undoubtedly resting there. And to see a return at least to the 200-day right here is likely the probable move. Likely the probable move. Even if we reject and all your bear fantasies come real, come to life, liquidity being swept there is very likely. So instead of panic selling, which is what I said on Monday, try not to panic sell, just like don't panic buy. You may have an opportunity to get out of positions at a better price. Nothing is guaranteed, but it is certainly there. Certainly on the chart. 25K says random stuffs. Sure. It's possible. We went over the similarity here to 2019. But if we want to see the exact same thing as 2019, we can show you that. And 25K would probably be aiming too high. Let's see, bar pattern, done. So if we wanted to see the exact 2019 repeat, it would look something like this. I'm going to fit this really going to fit this on the chart. I would say honestly, ignore the timeline, the time access for this. It's just about the price and just about the moves. Then we might be looking at something like this, and 25K would likely be too high. 17, 18K. Wouldn't this be brutal, man? It will fit somewhat because these patterns, again, are very similar. Multiple touches of the low, moving up, coming down. I don't know. Something tells me this isn't going to happen. Something something in my gut. Not vibing with that. We could definitely see lower. I wouldn't mind lower, honestly. Lower would be good for me. I'd be able to buy Bitcoin, but I don't think it's going to go as low as I'd like. If we look at our fib levels, you want to see the low lows. Deep retracement, 21.6. Your golden Fibonacci, 28. Your 0.5, 33. 382, 40. These are all on the table. If you're bearish, if you absolutely believe that the top is in, let me see how many people said. 21% said it's over. Not bad. Okay, I'd like that to be higher. But if you believe this, I'm not going to make fun of you. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. It's not what I think will happen. Been wrong before, but I've been right before. If you do, I think this is the strategy you take. You look at these fib retracement levels, okay? You just connect 15.5 all the way up to what you think is the all-time high or the cycle high at 74, 75, whatever. And just look at these retracements. And this is exactly how I would play it. If I had just started in crypto, especially in the last year, I would play exactly this way. I would take however much money I can afford to invest. Let's say I had $10,000. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. 5 levels. You could do this a few different ways. With $10,000, you could say place a limit buy order at 40.7, limit buy order at 33.6, limit buy order at 28, limit buy order at 21, and a limit buy order at 15.5. You could just do 2K, 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 right? I like to do kind of like a pyramid. So the pyramid limit order strategy that I've invented for Bitcoin is you do the same idea, but the lower the orders, the larger the orders. So you might do something like 5K down here at 15.5, 3K at 21. You could say like 1K at 28, 1K at 33, 1K at 40, something like that. So the point of this is that one, you're setting limit orders and you just can walk away. There's no stress. There's no active movement. You don't have to be in the moment. It's just if those prices come, you get filled, right? The double win of the pyramid is the lower it goes, typically people are going to be stressing and panicking. You're getting better deals, right? Because the orders are getting bigger. It's bringing your cost average or your basis down. So you can almost root for price to go down. If you're bearish, I think that's the play. And I did something like this for 4 years plus as I DCA'd into Bitcoin for like 4 years. Look low. Like if you genuinely think the top is in, look down. Where do you see major supports? Place limit buy orders there. Scale them down. If the prices come, you win. If they don't come, you can just cancel those orders and you've lost nothing. You've lost a little opportunity cost. But actually, I think on Coinbase, if you do it, they'll actually even pay you like some percent APY on stables that are in limit orders, which is pretty fancy. All right, I didn't mean to ramble that long on it. All right, what do these people want to see? Hindenburg pattern. How you doing, Alchemist? Good to see you, bro. Kathy, Tom did. Relax. What am I doing? What did I do? Where are the sunglasses, Hendrix? Today's the ghetto stream, man. I don't have. So like one of the movers has the green screen, and like on Friday it'll all be back to normal. These are just our ghetto days. Zigzag. Draw support line from 15.5. Zigzag, last time we drew a line for you, I found something else, and I was like, this is cool. So maybe we'll do that. I can't do everyone's charts, right? There's not enough time. 15.5 where we broke that flag down here. And you'll see on lower time frames, we've broken that support. Okay. All right. Let me try this actually, trend lines. This is a nice little indicator I like to use when I'm feeling lazy. It does not acknowledge that. That's fair. It's fair. Okay. I think I know what you're at though. Maybe I'll just find something else. Ooh, I will place that. But first, let's check in on the God line. We haven't checked in on it in a while. We haven't seen how it's doing. You know, you always got to ask people how they're doing. You just got to follow up. It's 101 of social connections. Got to follow up. See how this is doing. I forgot about this line. Where are we at? Nowhere close. Okay. Okay. So nowhere close. That's good. So you wanted it from here to, you said 15.5 flag break. I'm going to assume that's right here. The best way to do this, fam, is to say December 30th low. That's the best way. That way I know exactly what you're saying. I don't have to guess. So then I assume you're connecting it here with March's low. This would be my assumption. That did not do anything. Your chart might be on regular, though. Nope, that also didn't do anything. Nope, inverting it won't do it. Broke the flag. Draw a support line from 15.5 to where we broke that flag. You mean like here? I'm going to give this one more chance. Like that? Sure. 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 It's not a bad trend. I wouldn't personally use it, as it doesn't seem to really play at any of these lows. I mean, right here is kind of the best, and it still doesn't really play that well. Doesn't hit this low. I don't think that it's useless. It's just maybe not my style. I'm sure you could find ones that also would connect there. That might have a little more relevance to recent price action. I don't know. I tried. Can we see 50K again? Absolutely. We're at 58. That's 15% down. Of course we could see 15K. 50K. 80K. Check August 1, 2016 Max Mill. What about it? What about it? Chat sending me riddles. Dude, I love the riddles though, because then I try to do them and I can't figure out what people are saying and I end up finding other stuff. So I don't hate it. Check August 1, 2016. All right, what about it? The riddles continue. August 1, where are we? August 1, June, July, August 2. I'll take August 2. All right, what am I doing about it? There it is, August 2016. I checked it. This kind of price action. This is what's caught us. This is what caught me all throughout like the last bull cycle. Throughout this bull cycle is looking at the previous and saying, okay, I expect price action like this. These dramatic drops, right? Dramatic drops. We just haven't gotten them. This cycle, even last cycle, just really wasn't like this. Still could be. Still time. Maybe it ends up looking that way. But like, this was the only pullback. That is similar. This was in 21. January 21 from 42, the Elon Musk times when Musk was yelling about shit. I don't know. That's the only kind of slice and run pattern. Arguably here, but not really. These are very different. This could be, though, what we see in the past here. These could be relics of an illiquid market, of an immature illiquid market that really didn't have leverage. There was almost no leverage in Bitcoin at this time. A lot of you new folks probably are not aware. Not only was there not leverage, there wasn't even dollar pairs. Like Bitcoin had dollar pairs, but almost nothing else in the space had dollar pairs. So everything else was being traded with Bitcoin pairs versus dollar pairs. There was almost no leverage. Leverage really didn't take off, I want to say, in crypto until like maybe here. This is, I would say, the advent of like common leverage. And then if you want to talk about stable coins, which brought dollar pairs to the space, I think Tether started right here, back here, but it started here, but nobody used it. No one used Tether, man. Tether came out and nobody used it. Everyone was like, that's a scam. We got here to get off the dollar. Tether and leverage now massive into the last run, into this run. We have a lot of different factors at play. So these relics of the past, while they still could come back and surprise us, that wouldn't be that crazy. We may not see them. We may not see this kind of price action. This may be, like I said, symptomatic of mostly spot, mostly new investors. You also have to think, if you haven't been in the space a long time, not only those like literal differences, there were even differences deeper than that. So for one, Bitcoin was largely like an ideological movement during this time. It really wasn't about Lambos. It really wasn't about Moon. It was about the death of the dollar, an unfair economy, fixing the world. That changed as well around 2018, let's say. Maybe at the end of 17, maybe up here too. On top of that, on top of just the ideology and the people who were buying it, the kind of difference in investor, there was also a very real scenario where Bitcoin wasn't going to make it. Bitcoin could have died back in the early days. And I want to say the day it became truly immortal, though, I mean, it was always immortal, I guess. The day it became truly immortal, I think, was right here in March of 22 and right here at the bottom of the 2017-18 bear market. I think these 2 points, this point here, because people were calling for zero, really calling for zero. People who call for zero now are a clown. They're just clowns, dude. Bitcoin's never going to zero, bro. Sorry. I can say that with full confidence. It can go down and never come up or something and be low, but like zero, you're a clown. Here, realistically, it could have died. Miners could have abandoned. We could have seen, they were talking about the death spiral, which was miners had cranked up difficulty so high that if all the miners quit at the same time, basically, there may not be enough. It may be so costly to mine that another block would like never be made or something like that. That was their death spiral. And the price would go down and then less mining incentive, blah, blah, whatever. Yeah, but I never believed any of that shit. But around this time, that went off the table. Bitcoin is no longer an asset at risk. March 22 proved that to me. The whole world collapsed. Oil traded at $- a barrel, and Bitcoin didn't even break its low. Didn't even break its bear market low. It just shrugged it off, went to new all-time highs. There are a lot of differences between now and then. That was a pretty good segment, actually. That was a pretty good segment. I'm sorry we don't have the vertical stream, God. You could have clipped it. Those glasses make me look like a skinny John Goodman. All right. Sure. This is the last time you're going to see him, boys. Skinny? Is this skinny? Yeah, I'm kind of skinny. I got to get back in shape. I'm going to get a trainer. I live a block away from a gym now. Probably would go over there today if I didn't have to do this Coinbase meeting. I'm going to get myself on a trainer. Do like 3 days a week. Get swole again. What's up? Hedurado. 85. Sammy K. Saad Ahansal. Julius McRae. Drop Dead. Vi Peoples. We got a lot of new subscribers. Welcome, fam. You found the right place. If you haven't, you should join us. We're here live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, putting out content every day. And every 2 weeks, we add a new lesson to our free trading course. Everything on this channel is free. I hate money, apparently, because I want you guys to have all these resources free. Enjoy them while you can. We'll see. Someday they might cost money. Bitcoin Elliott wave on the monthly chart. Zigzag. I don't know. Curve Dow price prediction. August Dow. According to our analysis. What is our analysis, VJ? What is that? VJ's analysis on his channel is of watches and lifestyle. I wonder what leads him to that. Maybe it's a hacked account. You don't understand why people aren't bullish. You're starving. You're starving here. Bud, man, I hope that's not true, my friend. Unfortunately, there is a reality in investing in Bitcoin and crypto is you need money to do it. That's why when people come to me and say, should I quit my job and start trading full time? It's like, no, dude. No. The most important thing I think to success in crypto and in investing is another source of income that is not related to it. You need that because you need money to invest. If you don't have any spare money, if you need the money at the end of the month for rent every month, you're on a countdown timer to like losing it all, to going hungry. Let me save you on a trainer, introduce you to Trend D-Ball. All right, Tim, let's get me swole. Can you see me? Nah, I can't see you, Crypto Beehive. Now is boring, bull. True, it is boring. What else we got? Draw a liquidity trend line from bottom. Zihad, what is a liquidity trend line from bottom? I need more info than that to put anything on this chart. Let me see how this poll's going. 56% no. 25% of us. think that was the high. That 40 or 74K is the 2024 bull run high. I like that. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get those numbers to like 51%. Then I'll be pretty confident to just say all in. Bull run. Let's go. 20% aren't sure. So it's about 56 to 44%, I will say. Unsure means you're not confident in bullishness. That's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be. I'll be bullish for you. You can just tune in and make fun of me when I'm being bullish and it's falling. What do we got? Some clown shorted 73. I mean, that's not clownery. I still have some kind of short open. Let me see. I got something open still. They aren't big. They aren't bad, but they're open. Let me see. Yeah. They're really nothing to be proud of other than the numbers, like the entries. They're not bad. They're pretty good. I did have one more open from 70 and it got stopped out. Got stopped out on last month's high. Yeah, these aren't huge. You know, this one's up 700, just about 1,000. I'm up like 1,000 and change. 71.2 and then 65. That was more of like a panic short, but I was like, man, I'm moving. I think I just got back from Nashville. I was moving and I was like, I don't like that break. I see some market structure breaking. I'm taking a short. There it is. Nah, man, shorting, that is like a toxic mentality people have. It's like, I'm bullish, but I'm not going to get mad at people for shorting. I'm not going to call them stupid. The market goes up and down. And realistically, Bitcoin spends a lot of its time going down. The reason I think Perma-Bear is clownery is because it spends a lot of time going down, but it doesn't continue down. It doesn't go lower. Like if this was the chart, if this was Bitcoin's chart, I would say being a perma-bull is clownery. That'd be complete clownery. It never goes higher. It always just goes down, right? I don't know. But going short, nothing wrong with that. As long as you're managing your risk, as long as you have a trade thesis, you have thought behind it, you have planning, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. 2 more years of accumulation, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I think something also people are forgetting already. So remember everyone yelling about like the 4-year cycle, right? The 4-year cycle. 4-year cycle is not busted yet. Hasn't broken yet. We're really ahead of schedule. I don't know how I feel about the 4-year cycle. I don't know if I truly believe it or not. But here you go. 4-year cycle high. 2017 brings you where? It brings you to November of 21 at the 69,000 meme high. 4 years. Where do we go from here? 4 years. November of next year. So I think 2 years of accumulation probably misguided. Probably misguided. 1 year of accumulation, that's definitely on the table. But I just don't know why people are jumping to it. And you know what? The comments in chat are backing up this vote. Is the cycle high in? Only 25% of us said yes. But some of the louder voices are saying it's over. It's interesting. It's suspicious. Nah, it's not suspicious. I just want to say suspicious. Let me look at these low time frames. Low time frames, not looking the best. Looks like during the live stream, we've broken our local low here on the 5-minute. This looks pretty doggish. Let me see. You got a little divergence on like the 5-minute. Someone was saying the 10-minute looked all right. I mean, you are building, and we're talking on the minutes. The minutes here. This is not all-time high tomorrow. This is minutes. We do see a lower low. We have a lower wick and a lower candle close on the 5 and the 10, but we are seeing RSI lows starting to come up. So we do have some bullish divergence building. We'll see if that extends out. Marketcipher B, definitely leaning bearish there on the 10. Does have some hope though. VWAP coming up to the 0 line. We're starting to see like into the 10 and into the 15, a little bit of uneven butt cheeks, a little bit of rollover. Not enough for me to get excited yet, but it's there. Son of a bitch, TradingView. This stream is becoming more and more me struggling with TradingView. Same thing, RSI lows coming up on the 15th for now. However, I will kind of caveat this with, this doesn't look that strong. And that RSI low, very close to the previous low. So a little bit of dumping could kind of wipe that bullish div off the map. 30-minute, a little garbage. Marketcipher be garbage. You know what? I am going to throw on Marketcipher A. I haven't done this in a while. Where's Marketcipher A? That's the one with all the colors and stuff, right? Let's throw Marketcipher A on here. I'm going to shout out 𝐂𝐴𝐧 my guy. He's just started to get into trading and charts, and like, I've seen the dude make some good calls. He's the guy who makes a lot of those rap songs for people about crypto. He's a great dude though, like 10 out of 10, bro. Love him. He pointed this out, and I mean, I don't love this either. I don't love it, but I saw him tweet this. I'll give him credit. A little blood diamond last week. We have not had a blood diamond on the week since April. So there's reason to be like, we might go lower. Not just this, right? But that's a little spooky. When have we gotten them before? I guess we didn't really get them at all in the previous markets, did we? Got none here. None here. This is like the second one ever. Spooky. That's definitely spooky. You know what? I'm going to do a little magic though. Let's do a little magic. Let's see if we've gotten the corresponding. This is my own magic for Marketcipher A. Look at this. The inverse blood. All the way back here in May. I don't think we've gotten one ever since, have we? I invented this, by the way. Got another inverse blood on June 23. Nothing here. It's all right. I told CryptoFace about this a long time ago. I was like, yeah, bro, you should just like have this in it. And he was like, I don't know. I don't think he like understood what I was saying. It's all good. I probably didn't do a good job explaining, but it's something to keep an eye on. It's definitely a spooky clickbait thing to talk about. It's certainly not a bullish signal by any means. I'll give it that. On the day, really not a lot going on. Let's let's pop on a little bit of LuxAlgo. Yeah, a little bit of signals and overlays. Obviously, trend's gonna be red. I don't even need to like see that. LuxAlgo catching the short at 65.2. Our sponsor, LuxAlgo. That's pretty shark. Ooh, this is not what you like to see though, man. LuxAlgo on the week, giving us this short signal. Oof. It's hit pretty well though. The thing, guys, LuxAlgo, I've heard people make some complaints, and you know, everyone's gonna have a different experience, right? Tools are what you make of them. You can't count these signals until the candle closes. People are like, it paints and unpaints. No, dude, it doesn't unpaint, doesn't repaint the past. You're just looking at a candle that's not closed yet. Got to be careful. That's true of like every signal, everything. Nothing on the month. That's okay. Man, it does not look great, does it? Never does, though. Never is going to look good at the bottom. It's always going to look good at the top. That's Bitcoin. That's the corn. Let's look at some alts. What do you guys want to look at? We're going to leave that poll going. Hey, my Tommy. So we have a better chance of 50K than 60K in the short term. That is a mother trucking question, bro. That's a good question. VWAP on the day at 0. Momentum pinching. We do have bull div on the daily low, though. So this is also something I haven't really heard people talk about. Take a look at July's low and then August's low. Interesting. I just noticed this. I didn't hear anyone else point this out. July 5th was July's low. August 5th is, at least for now, August's low. Interesting. Exactly 1 month apart. Though July was a 31-day month. So technically 31 days apart. I don't know. Either way, we have a lower low. We have lower lows on the candle close. Doesn't matter how you look at divergence. You You got the lower low. You look over here at RSI. I'm going to use a vertical line so you guys can see this instead of a trend. Right there. You look at RSI, we have a higher low here despite a lower candle close and lower wicks. That is bullish divergence. That is daily bull div. Something people are not chatting about. Is that on the week as well? Not on the week though. Not on the week. We are lower on the RSI on the week, but a stronger close this week could get rid of that. We could see by the end of the week, I would say like a 60K close, likely to see that close a little bit higher. And then you get that kind of sneaky bull div on the weekly time frame. I can take that. About 12 hour. What do we got? 12 hour. Okay. 12 hour with a little fake out. 12 hour no divergence. That is the lowest point in RSI since August. Since all the way back here. Interesting. 50K or 60K? I have an idea. Son of a bitch. Look at that 12-hour close all the way down here at 51. Daily close all the way up here at 54. So to play that fair value gap, it's like for the day you would look for 54. Man, I don't like that trade at all, though. I don't like trade at all. Let's see the retracement. So we got a little red candle going on. 6 hours to go, halfway through. Fibs don't really line up. I'm not loving that. 4 hour little support at 54. This could be played, but I don't like it. I don't like this trade. 2.5 to 1, just back to 58.1. I almost like the 12 hour down here at 51.3. Better. Still above 50K though. Either stop nice and low. Let's see. $1.5 to 1. Ugh, that's such a shitty risk to reward. You see that played. I think the real play here, though, I'll be real. The real play that I probably will take is going to be a hedge. It's going to be a hedge short up here. Something like that. This can definitely bring this down, get a better RR. Something like that. Looking for 61.6. Maybe you cut it at 60. And then where's TP? Get TP 54. If you think the bear market is upon us, maybe you drag this down farther. Maybe look for that 38. You can get a very nice risk reward doing something like this with a very comfy stop. I like that. What's up, Toeen? I don't know why it's not playing any sounds. Check out MSI. Bing X. MSI. Who's heard of MSI? Can we check Brett? We'll check Brett. Check December 8th, 1952 hazard shot. All right. That's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. 1952. I think that's roughly here. Let's see. All right, back here, 1952. Bitcoin was trading at $0. Didn't have a lot of price action, not a lot of volatility back then. It was very range bound at 0 cents. It's because supply was so limited, really. You know, there just really wasn't supply back then. You just got in short at 59.5 on Bitflex, scam wick. But the hell's Bitflex, bro? Guys, you got to be careful with your exchanges. There's just a bajillion exchanges. I try to only ever put links in front of you that have been vetted. Exchanges have been vetted. They've been looked into, licensed, registered. They are who they say they are, etc. But even the ones I put in front of you guys, there's always a risk. Like, there's always a risk. I am not a freaking, mega sleuth. I'm not Zach XBT. You gotta know where you're trading. That being said, sign up with the links in the video description below and get into our exclusive VIP trading group for free. It's the only way in. It's the only way in. MSI. Isn't MSI a miner or something? We'll look at it. We'll look at it. We've been live an hour, so we're not going to take too many more requests today. Though, look at it on Mexi. Is it Monkey Crap Inu? Well, my first thoughts will be good luck to anyone who puts money in this. I hope you pick your take profits wisely on the week. All right, here. I mean, you'll have a lot of chart, but from what I can see, not bad. Weekly order block right here. This week and in the sell-off, I would assume Monday came back to the top of that order block. That resistance that was broken, back tested as support. Not bad. Pretty good, actually. Good way to do that if you hold that low. Bottom of the order block still open, 1767. Weekly close target looking for 491. You want to avoid that bearish engulf, ideally above 625, but that's asking a lot. That's asking a lot. I don't even know if this is it. I assume it's it. You're getting a lot of Twitter buzz. I bet they are. They are. You could trade on chain and avoid the scam exchanges altogether. Tom wouldn't make money if he told you this, though. I mean, bro, I don't make all my money from exchanges. I also am not an expert on the decentralized exchanges, so I more so don't talk about it because I don't want to steer you wrong, bro. I don't know. I can't help keep you safe. And also, I'll also throw in on-chain trading has had its own problems. It's had its own problems. Again, I'm not an expert. I won't go into them. I'm not saying don't do it. Never have. I've never said don't do it. But make sure you know what you're doing, because I don't. I haven't done it. Man, that wick has to hold on this chart. I don't have a lot of other thoughts for this, though. I don't have a lot of other thoughts. You have a deep retracement. You have a low. I mean, if you lose 269, you're looking for the bottom of that weekly order block. You can't really make other assessments yet. I can say if you break your all-time high, we can apply the same logic we always do. 1618, measured move. There you go. If you break your all-time high, you're looking for a 2x, maybe a 3x to the measured move. There you go. MSI. I'll put an alert on it, though. Check in if it breaks all-time high. Yeah, they make computer components. That's what I thought. Anyone ever in Bonfire token? I've never even heard that. Come on, for the OG show us Ravencoin. All right. Well, you're Ravencoin. I love the little nostalgia trips into, wow, we got suckered. We had some good trades, though. We got suckered. Did not get our take profit target. It would have been a 400% gain. We did long the bottom, though. Nice. I forget. Was it Daniel Leishman that was looking at this? It was Daniel someone. We did long the bottom. That is not a good low, though. That is not a great low. I think it did hit like a macro monthly support. But like many charts, maybe it's not on the month, but like many charts, man, you're playing with fire down there. You have a lower low versus October versus 22, 23. Not a lot of charts have that. If you lose 1.3 cents, I mean, you're going to 1 cent. That's like the obvious. You're going to 1 cent. But do you even hold 1 cent? I don't know. It's not a good look. That is a very painful lower high in March of this year, when most coins were tagging near all-time highs. Well, I shouldn't say that. Not most. Many. I have Ravencoin. It's somewhere. I got it on a wallet somewhere. But that's not a great chart. That's not what I was hoping. I'm really hoping some of these, I'll call them legacy coins, really hoping some of them come back. Especially Litecoin. I could look for, we could look for a bounce after tagging that lower support, lower macro. Could look for a bounce, liquidate shorts, make people buy back in. And maybe you're looking for the 0.5 at 2.7 cents. Maybe you're looking for 2.3 cents at the 3.8. And if you're really spooky, 𝐂𝐶𝐫𝐭 1.78 right there in the shallow retrace. The odds of it hitting that shallow retrace are very good. But man, you got some bull div on the low. Okay, on the day, on the week. I don't know if it's enough. Honestly, guys, until I see dominance, until I see Bitcoin dominance, freaking show any sign outside of full on beast mode, I don't think I can put money into any of these older coins. And if I'd put money into anything, into like maybe these newer, I don't know, like moonshot ticket things, I'm putting in very small amounts. Dominance hit higher highs yesterday. Oh no, last week. I'm on the weekly again, confusing myself. Hit a higher high on the 5th, of course, and then again today, despite Bitcoin not hitting lower lows, hitting higher highs in Bitcoin dominance until this reverses, guys. I'm not putting any more money into, honestly, anything in the top 10 except for Bitcoin. We had a kind of heart-to-heart discussion about this in the Discord after last Monday's live. I think I talked about it on stream too. A lot of my perception, a lot of my views that I've had for almost a decade now in crypto are beginning to be challenged. I've always assumed Bitcoin dominance, though I am much of a maxi. I always assumed Bitcoin dominance would be a perpetually bearish chart, right? Up here, Bitcoin was the only crypto, so it was 100% of the market cap. Once new cryptos entered the space, it could no longer be 100%, so by definition, it should be bearish. We saw that trend play out, and we saw it continue into 22. However, very surprisingly, with the advent of stablecoins and with so many more new coins, dominance did not go lower than 2018. Bitcoin hit a higher low on a macro time frame for dominance, and now everyone's expecting it to move to 60 or something and dump, and that would make sense. But we have a macro higher low. There is a very real chance that we see it return to even January 21's high, and off of a higher low, maybe you see a higher high. I never would have guessed this. I never in the last many years would have thought that that was on the table, but it's on the table. And so for that reason, I'm not buying anything other than Bitcoin. Once we see some kind of weakness, maybe I'll dabble. But I'm just going to continue stacking the corn, man. Corn stacking. All right, so we were looking at those low time frames. Bitcoin's traded lower, likely. Damn, still hasn't lost some of that bull potential. Still hasn't, but it's so close. It's flirting. Looking for 54K. I think that's pretty good. 54K is the day. And then we have the 12-hour down here sitting at 51.3. Both potentially good trades. This one I'm less confident on. This one I'd feel better about. And then you have the head short at like 61 with your moving averages above you on the day. Not bad. And not bad. Dot dead? I don't know, man. So I'll pull up Dot, but like I was saying it about, I called them the legacy coins, but perhaps the definition of what those are is going to expand. Kind of seems like everything that's existed through a previous bull run is just not doing well. It's not doing well. The only coins that have like hit all-time highs that aren't Bitcoin, you got BNB. BNB existed in the previous run. That's kind of it. It's like BNB, and I think there's one other maybe. But on top of that, just like coins that are new, that weren't here in the previous cycle, that are newer. I don't know. I certainly will be pissed if all of the legacy coins just never go back to all-time highs, but I never thought that that would happen. I don't know. We're all learning together, man. Like I tell you guys all the time, I just share with you my thoughts and my analysis. I don't pretend I'm always right. I don't LARP about it. I could LARP real well about always being right, but that's just not who I am. Never going to do that. Dot didn't break its low versus October. It's got that going for it. Let's get rid of some of these. That long got riggedy wrecked. I'm sure I said it's a terrible idea. This Dot to $20 looked so prime back in March. Didn't happen. Did not happen. Rejected, fell lower. Lower high, no divergence on the month. I don't know, man. They're all in the same boat. Like all the coins that existed are in the same boat. Kind of, I guess the good shorter term sign here, DOT, did bounce $4.18. Is a major level. Closed the daily above. I could see more retracement here, but to start calling for like big highs and stuff seems crazy. We gotta see where this market goes first. Institutions want to buy at bear market prices. Well, they had years to do it, man. THETA, oh god, I'll pull up THETA, but I can't imagine that's looking good. THETA. Man, I slayed the THETA trade though. I slayed it. I was one of the OG creators on THETA TV. And I sold all, like pretty much all of like my ad earnings, which was like $100 at the time. Those were like $80, like when I got it or when I earned it. I sold all of that T fuel at 50 cents, never bought any back, and just slayed that trade. THETA though, all right, so better than some. I'll give this better than some. THETA has bounced, at least for now, a monthly order block from end of last year, early this year. It moved to the 0.5. It retraced to the 0.5, which is actually a kind of scary place to retrace to. You can get a bearish 5-0 there. I like to see it holding here. You can even see the trade we placed hasn't been stopped by a hair. I think we might have to reevaluate targets though. This never filled. You have to reevaluate targets. Back to $3. That's possible. That's not too crazy. Some things are just not great for blockchain, and streaming video is one of them. It's just not synergetic, man. It's just like not a synergetic thing. Let's get rid of this one. Keep this one. When you decentralize data, you make inefficient copies. That's why blockchain is not for everything. You make inefficient copies. And when it comes to video, like YouTube, super centralized, maybe the most centralized video place. They lose money hosting videos. It will be crazy to see someone succeed hosting videos on the blockchain. I don't know if it's even possible. I don't even know if it's ever possible. Decentralization does not mean better at everything. It means inefficient in exchange for security, inefficient in exchange for other values. Man, you got some kind of bull div. I don't know. I mean, I could see 130 coming. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens at 130. No THETA. EGLD. EGLD had a good bounce, but Metaverse narrative will ever come back, dude. I was the biggest skeptic of the Metaverse narrative to begin with. I mean, all you had to do was log in and be like, oh, this is shit. Do I think that there's a Metaverse in the future? Yeah. There's like a space for Metaverse in the future, but I don't know. Man. EGLD, we had a beautiful entry at 32.8. Got wrecked. Got riggedy wrecked. EGLD has hit 22.25 and wicked. That's something that I do like so far, looking through charts, and I'm still not back on my game from being away for like 10 days. I do like that we're seeing alts take beatings, but they seem to be down at major supports. It's the perfect setup of really high risk to look to go into them now, but potentially the lowest prices, right? The best entries in sell-offs are going to be the scariest. Does not mean every scary entry is the best, but the best ones are always scary. It's always when you like tap and break a major support and it's like, well, the only thing this can do now is go down. And then it just doesn't. EGLD did hit a lower low. If it continues lower, you're looking at $10. If you connect your July low to your October high, your 1618 sits at $10, 1025, 1036. I mean, tasty level for the chart. You got a lot of lines here. Torrents are dope. Absolutely. Torrents are dope. And torrents, money talks. What's up, man? Torrents are basically the closest thing to blockchain that we have, that we're all kind of familiar with. BitTorrent, whatever, back in the day. We all did it. We all downloaded. We all pirated videos because most of us are millennials. This just barely got stopped. Lame. It is very similar, but there is absolutely inefficiencies in torrents. One, you know, you've downloaded torrents before and it's like estimated time forever, right? Because maybe not enough people are seeding it. You've also downloaded torrents and not gotten the file that you wanted, right? But I guess THETA is similar in that concept of they're trying to stream in the torrent format, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And that doesn't seem to work. You can't really reward the people hosting. Like torrents work almost similar to like the Bitcoin concept, right? As people believed in Bitcoin. That's why they were there. That's why they were mining it. They weren't mining it for profit or necessarily in the beginning. They believed in it. And torrents, we all came together and we're like, F this, we want free videos and free games. We all believed in it. So we hosted it for free, but there was a cost. We just ate it because we believed in it and we thought it was the right thing. It's hard to make a business because remember, I was saying about YouTube losing money on streaming and on video. They're a business. Individuals, if they want to support it and they want the thing to exist, we can do it and we can keep it alive. But it's just rough, especially as a business model, which certainly THETA was a business model. And virtually anything that's going to have a coin attached to it, that's going to do this and offer this service is going to have some kind of business model. And it always is going to end up with that token draining value because people aren't going to be supporting it for the lulz, aren't going to be supporting because they believe in it, supporting it for the dollar. And once they get their dollar, they're going to take it out and that's going to drain it. Just, it's already not the best business model to begin with. So I'll stop rambling about it. It is a topic I love though. So get me started again. You know it. 10 golf out of 10 subscribed. Prime time scene cuts. What's up, brother? 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐾 We have a lot of Indian viewers. Forgive me if you're not Indian. We have the Indian viewership in crypto and in trading is the most bullish chart. From when we started to now, dude, it's just like straight up and to the right. Get used to it. 𝐒𝐶, what's up? 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐾, I already got that one. MD Tossin. Toin, we already looked at MSI. We already looked at that. Jeff, the producer. Shout out to the MSI community. What's up, the 79 Pro? Also MSI. We looked at it. Shout out to your community if you're here. Appreciate the super chats. We did look at it. If you want your screenshot, you want your, go tweet it on Twitter. Be like Tom Crown said. Here you go. Here's your upside moon targets. Break your all-time high, and you can get up there. Until then, I'm watching this low. Break your low. You're looking for your weekly order block. There's your little rehash. Very simple chart because there's not a lot going on it yet. You have this. Here it is. Here's your screenshot. Weekly order block. Tested as support. Support has held so far. Look for your weekly close up here at, let's just call it 5,000. Retest your all-time high, break it, you can go up here. There you are. Appreciate all you. Appreciate it. What's up, Vito? My guy. How you doing? EGLD. By the way, I should take a moment here. If you haven't checked out our free trading course on YouTube, it's just in a playlist. I'll put the link in the video description and then live chat. Check it out. We add to it every 2 weeks, which means we have a new video coming out in a few days. All the topics you want to learn about, me and an editor work on these. They are masterpieces. If you were to acquire these videos in another way, through like a paid course, which is what everyone tells me I should do, it would be so expensive. These are top tier videos. They are free. I ask for nothing. I just want you guys to succeed. I think that's always been the motto here. If you want to throw a little bit back my way, despite whoever it was talking about centralized exchanges, sign up for really anything in the video description. Centralized exchange, our sponsors, MetaSignals, LuxAlgo, that all helps our channel. That helps me continue to pay the editor, which is not cheap. He is a talented human. Check him out. We need more eyes on them. They get a lot of views, but I can see the analytics, and the live viewers do not watch them at the level they should. It's only like 14% crossover. It should be more than that because they're made for you guys, and they support anywhere from beginner to advanced trading. So check them out. Let's look at Ethereum here. Ethereum looks like dog shit. Looks like poop. Like most of the market, it looks like poop. Ethereum continues in its little descending parallel channel. Wouldn't surprise me to see FBTC rally back to, let's say, 0.51, back to the top of the channel, and potentially reject again. It would fit all of the price action we've seen since 2022 down in this channel. We're now at the bottom of the channel. That could suggest, for those of you savvy, could suggest an FBTC long back to the top of the channel could be played. Absolutely. I'm not that ballsy, but some of you are. $, man, this looks like absolute crap. I sold most of my ETH publicly at 3,900. I thought I would regret it. I haven't regretted it yet. Feeling pretty good about that. I still have 5 figures of ETH, but I sold 5 figures of ETH. Blasting through the month. I think the yearly's red. Nah, it's back to green. It's back to green. 22.7. Big being weird. What in the actual shit? There we go. 2.2, 2,281 yearly open. This is not a good look, man. It's just not a good look. I still have, like I said, 5 figures of Ethereum. I'm not all out. It's not that scary. But man, ETH hit the previous bull run close, 3,600, and sold off into a red yearly candle. It has bounced. We could easily see this continue back up over the year. But until we get something, dude, until we get some sign of life, I don't think it's the play. You can disagree. That's fine. Disagreement is welcomed here. We enjoy it. It didn't even like tap like 19. It didn't even tap like last summer's resistance. I don't know what it's doing. This could easily, yeah, like I said, I'm not bullish on it, but it easily could play out just like that. Get yourself a nice little cuppy handy. A little cup and handy. We all need a cup and handy after the last few weeks. Potentially painting a pretty bearish order block on the day, right above support. Not what I'd like to see. Looks a lot like Bitcoin here, though. Just a little bit more bearish. The ETH ETF did not play well. I will give you the piece of hopium for your pipe, though. Neither did the Bitcoin ETF. The Bitcoin ETF we saw trading from, what was it, like 49.1 down to 38. Then it recovered, went to all-time highs. We could see that happen again. Just not there yet. Start date. What was the exact date? It was approved. Wait. July 23 allowed the first spot. Okay, so July 23 was the first trading day, or allowed trading day. July 23. There it is. Has not aged well, but again, neither did Bitcoin. Neither did Bitcoin. Yeah, what's up, 𝐂𝐫𝐶𝐕? Bitcoin go lower to 48. I mean, we just went to 49. 48 ain't nothing. BTC to 15, ETH to 0. All right. All right. It's not being manipulated. It's just buying and selling. There is no such thing as manipulation, guys. What is manipulation? People buying and selling. That's what every single market participant does. That's what it is. What's up, David, with the pounds? 5 pounds. Thank you, man. First super chat on a live stream only for you, David. Look at PEPE. For you. Usually for $5. Been live for like an hour and a half. Usually I would have said no, but it's your first super chat ever. So, okay. Ooh, you caught the bottom. Interesting. Interesting. We had some good trades on the Pepster. We had some bad trades on the Pepster. This one was pretty slick, but then clearly got stopped out. Interesting. Interesting. Look at this descending high trend. Look at that wick. That's pretty cool. Let's look at bigger time frames. On the PEPE. Wow. I don't know how you caught that bottom, bro. I don't know how you caught it. I don't know where your entry was. I don't know how you caught it because, my lord, what was there to even look for? Pepe blasted through the monthly order block. Has wicked up. I'd like to see it close at 8,800. Close back above that order block. That'd be nice and bully. You have a lower low. You swept liquidity. And you swept long liquidity. Let's see this zoomed in a little more. Still moving down. Ain't nothing pretty. Nothing's pretty right now. Lowest point in RSI, lowest point in price for quite some time. Give me a sec. I'm just going to pull over the moving averages from the Pepster. The PEPE. Honestly, I have some Pepe. I made a good amount of money on it. But I love Pepe just because I like saying PEPE. I mean, I'd throw all my money in or anything. Below the 200, but at least already testing it. So this would be the equivalent of Bitcoin back at like 61. It lost it, closed below. Technically rejected yesterday and today, but the day's still open. This is going to be a very hard trade to defend long. I'm not going to lie to you, David. 12-hour. Money flow looks like it's rolling over slowly. Is that a fib? God, my lips are so dry. It's finally 75 degrees here. I don't know about you guys. I turned the air off, the central air here. You can see this. Turned my air off, have the windows open. It's kind of nice. 0.5 retrace, previous support untested after the fall. I could see that. Kind of just following everything else here, though. Doing the same weak looking bounce. Challenging anyone who took a long position in the last 48 hours. High leverage. Oh, bro, I didn't see that part. David, I can't give you financial advice, brother. But if I had caught down here with high leverage on Pepe, I absolutely would be scaling out, bro. Absolutely would be scaling out. I'm not saying you got to like close. I wouldn't close the whole position right away. But I would at least have closed out half. Like high leverage on Pepe. Listen to yourself, David. I love you, bro. Listen to yourself. From the exact bottom, 28% up. Let's say the 4-hour close, 20% up on high leverage, man. I'd be closing. If I didn't close any of it, I'd close half of it right now, personally. You have to decide what's right for you. Because I can't give you financial advice, but that's exactly what I would do. No question asked. Check out Turbo, Shock with the combo. All right. All right. No more requests, though, guys, please. I hate when people request and I don't have time to get to it. I have my Coinbase meeting in like 30 minutes, so we ain't gonna have like hours more of streaming. Turbo holding up way better than most. Weird. Interesting. Turbo holding on to its low even from the 5th of July, and almost nothing has held that low. Weird. Let's take a look. Turbo was rather bully. Of course, not as bully as we thought. I thought it was moving to 5 cents, and then, man, everything came crashing down. Lower low on the month. That's okay for now. 413, previous all-time high. Definitely want to see the monthly settle up above 413, currently at 393. We hit the penny back test at 004, 60% down. That's still an amazing trade. Turbo, though, holding the weekly 20 right now. What's going on with this coin? Above the 200, almost acting like the 100, almost interacting with the 100, the same way the rest of the market's interacting with the 200. That's spicy. We will be live again Friday, by the way, and we'll have the full stream up. All the bells and whistles. It's okay. This is the second and last ghetto stream we're ever going to have. Hopefully, knock on wood. But we will be live Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m., just like we always do. Money flow I'm not quite ready to be bullish on anything yet. My heart has been broken. But out of the coins, let's be real. This is holding on better. I'm honestly surprised. If we do see turbo reject here, which is going to likely be dependent on the rest of the market, likely be looking for that 200-day moving average sitting below you at like 0.024. While it could bounce there, you do have major support underneath you at 0.00155. Your previous all-time high. You broke it. You never came back to it. Well, it wasn't your all-time high. It was your previous high before all-time high. If we see the 200 lost, 0.00155. This is where I'd be looking for sure. I'm just not quite ready to love again, crypto. I'm not quite ready. Here we go. 5 minutes coming on down to the entry. Looking all right. Looking pretty good. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Appreciate all you guys. A lot of new subscribers today. If you're out there, this is the first time on stream, welcome. You found the right spot. If you're not impressed by today, you will be if you stick around. This is the channel you needed. One of the only channels that is not trying to get you to buy my bags, not accepting money to tell you to buy pump and dumps. I ain't trying to get you to sign up for a course. All I'm doing is shooting the shit, looking at charts, sharing my trades, sharing my insights the best I can do. We've been doing this 5 years. We'll be doing it 5 more. Brett, all right. I said I would look at Brett. Brett's the last one. This is the last chart. The last one. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, TradingView didn't want me to look at Brett. But I don't care what TradingView wants. Are you going to open? Dude, I swear, every stream, it's like progressive. TradingView gets more and more janky. I don't know. Here it is. Brett trades still live. This is one of the few that didn't get stopped out. One of the few that didn't look like it was going to fill. 0.77 cents was our long. Man, that's not confidence building either. Upside target 20 cents. At this point, with no other change in the market, if I saw Brett rally to 20 cents and nothing else moved, I would take profit on the trade. This is a pretty easy trade. Resistance, higher low, higher high, all-time high. Back testing that resistance as support. Looking for a retest of resistance again. I would move the stop up if I had taken this. I didn't take this one. If I had taken this, I'd move the stop up. You could look just under the wick, 0.54, 0.55. You could, if you're feeling a little more conservative, especially if you got a lower entry, you could look to just put the stop right below the support now, 0.77. So like 0.74 or 0.75. Let's go to like the 4 hour. No love yet. I think this trade comes down to where you got the entry. Jeez. 1 hour. All right. Here's something on the 1 hour. You got money flow rolling over, giving us a lower, higher lows, higher highs. Not great momentum of VWAPs coming back up. I could see a retest of that 0.77. So I know I just said I can move the stop up. I might be a little bit less aggressive with that. Not sure where I'd move it, but this does look like it wants to have some kind of retracement still, even if there is like an interim low coming, something like that. You can see this. Brett. Who is Brett? Who is he? And let's find him. If you lost money on Brett, let's find Brett. Daily, I mean, you got the green die here and VWAP rolling over with momentum. I think you have a little interim low, and then I think you at least start retracing. I don't know about all back to the previous high. It's so early to be calling anything like that. Any calls right now that are made super bullishly are only going to be right in hindsight, and at the time we're just very high risk. That's the truth. 13 back to the 618 if you want to cut it short. Something like that. Yeah. You know, boys, I got to go speak with Coinbase. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to join the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. you're going to sign up with any of the partners in the video description below, and you're going to get all of the VIP access. You can't buy it. Don't offer me money. Now, you're using these things anyway. Then you're going to go check out our free trading course, and you're going to appreciate it because it's bomb. Because it's the best one, and it's free, and nobody gives you free shit. Not in trading. I probably could make like $1 million a year with that course, just paywalling it, selling it through whatever means, I don't know. But I don't want that. I hate money, apparently. I just want you guys to succeed, and this is how I know how to do it. We're going to be live on Friday. I appreciate every single one of you that turned out today. You are G's, and I love you, and I hope you're doing all right. This will pass. This too will pass. Things will get better. At worst, we're just going to be waiting until next year. I'm not even sold on that yet. If you didn't get the beginning of this stream, I would go back and watch it. There are some similarities to an earlier time in Bitcoin that might mark the bottom being in. I think we all need that today. But that's all. I love you all. Crown out.